Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Businessman hospitalized following gun attack in Manchester. A Manchester businessman has been hospitalized following a gun attack at his establishment in New Forest on Monday night. Reports suggest that about 8:30 p.m., he was pounced on by two gunmen traveling on a motorcycle who opened gunfire, hitting him. He was rushed to hospital, where he has since been admitted. Statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force show that up to July 6, Manchester recorded 21 shooting incidents compared to 16 for the corresponding period last year. Winger to face gun assault charges. Lawmen attached to the Kingston Western Division have charged 32-year-old Ricardo Mullins, otherwise called Ringo, with illegal possession of firearm and assault at common law following an incident on Monday, July 4. Mullins is a barber of White Street, Rosestown, address in Kingston 13. Reports are that about 3:40 p.m., Mullins was engaged in an argument with a man, during which he went into his house and returned outside with a gun. Mullins then pointed the firearm in the direction of the man and threatened him. The incident was reported to the police, and Mullins was pointed out and subsequently charged on Monday, July 11. His court date is being finalized. Violence producer found dead in St. Elizabeth identified. Police have identified a man whose body was found with gunshot wounds to the head in Stevens Run, Nain, on Tuesday morning. The deceased has been identified as Tyrone Morgan, otherwise called Kulkos, a resident of Common Pen in St. Elizabeth. A police report said sometime between 1:40 a.m. and 6 a.m., Morgan was seen driving a motorcycle towards Stevens Run. His body was later found by residents in the area. Porous homecoming and reunion now on. Bringing together approximately 400 Jamaicans from the diaspora and more than 2,000 others from across the island, the 8-day Porous Reunion Homecoming celebration has begun to create a buzz in Porous, Manchester. The reunion, which began last Saturday and will run until July 17, features a series of events aimed at boosting economic activity and promoting good cheer, according to Porous Reunion Planning Committee Chairman Carman Persad. All the proceedings from this reunion go back into the community, and it will do wonders for the community. The theme is Bring Back Unity in the Porous Community, and what it does is give everybody an opportunity to benefit, he told reporters. Based on experience from previous years, Persad said that the events also serve to bring crime under control. Crime is virtually little to none during this time and thereafter. It connects people from the diaspora, people who have a fear of coming back to Jamaica. When you come back to a one-week event like this and see the vibes, unity, and love that it entails, it makes a lot of them feel better coming back to the community to re-establish themselves, build homes, and start businesses. It is a social and economic boom of the communities. It is an event for everybody, from the smallest of the kids to the oldest. We have elders and retired folks who come out. One of the events is a church service, and one is a street dance. We usually have retired folks coming out to the street dance. It has the whole community buzzing. It has expanded. We have people coming in from St. Catherine, Clarendon, Manchester, and St. Elizabeth. You have people from Kingston who come down here to attend the events, he stated. One of the elements of the reunion is a night football competition, which Persad described as the largest of its kind in Jamaica. We have been having a lot of requests from a lot of communities trying to emulate what we are doing. This is very powerful. I have to give a lot of credit to the people who work and help us, both overseas and locally. The people have been wonderful. The patrons love and cooperate with it, and they have fun with it. We are talking about night football that pulls 2,000 people on a regular night at a Porous Community Center, he boasted. Most of the events are free. The health fair is free. The only thing that is not free apart from the football is the meet and greet, where we will play dominoes, eat ackee and saltfish, drink lemonade and rum punch, and where people get to talk and reacquaint themselves, Persad said. A lot of these younger folks once hear about some of the good people from the community, and they get to meet and greet and talk, he added, pointing out that the events are so well received that they inspire a mindset change in a lot of people. The events, which were kickstarted with the Porous Awards on Saturday, continue with the Porous Night League football competition semi-finals and after show. On Tuesday, the community will worship in a reunion service at the Porous New Testament Church. Then on Wednesday, there will be a leadership workshop and mathematics competition, followed later by Purcell's birthday party. On Thursday, the meet and greet will take place, and on Friday, a street dance. On Saturday, there will be a health fair and old school party. The final of the night football competition is scheduled for 6 p.m. on Sunday, followed by a stage show at the Port Community Center. Integrity Commission gets back in. Civil society watchdog group Jamaica Accountability Meters Portal JAMP has cautioned parliamentarians against the perception that they are not subject to the same rules as ordinary Jamaicans when it comes to public disclosure of criminal investigations. JAMP made the agreement in support of the removal of the gag clause section 53 in the Integrity Commission Act. In its recommendations, which are before the Joint Select Committee of Parliament reviewing the Integrity Commission Act, the group argued that the withholding of information on the offences of parliamentarians under the Act extends beyond excluding announcing investigations, that is, it believed might taunt the integrity of the country's political leaders or tip the scales of justice on a affair. Guided by exchanges to the Integrity Commission, we were advised that upon completion of any investigation that leads to a charge or prosecution, the Commission cannot lawfully inform the Jamaican people, the group lamented. It further stated that when subjected to a public interest test, it has long been deemed beneficial for the society to have knowledge of persons of interest in matters of criminal investigations, and certainly when charges and/or convictions apply. Non-parliamentarian citizens of Jamaica are not afforded this privilege of privacy nor protection of reputation when found in similar unacceptable situation, JAMP said, noting that while it doesn't believe that is what lawmakers intended, Section 52 of the Act has led to an interpretation that favors the governed and creates an inequity that would serve not only to reform the belief of too many that there is two Jamaicas, but would rather embed the distrust of self-serving politicians. The committee is reviewing the Act with a view to making changes as required by law, but warning that the gag provision is deleterious of the good governance. JAMP questioned whether Section 53 serves to stem or support the fight against corruption and urged lawmakers to consider whether it supports or denies the Commission of its responsibility to educate the public. The group says the restriction is also inconsistent with one of the fundamental principles underlying the system of constitutional democracy outlined in the 2002 Access to Information Act. We have local and international examples of investigative bodies advising of the intention to probe a matter of concern with no indication that it has jeopardized either examination of the issue. It grants the assurance the public needs, it allows for those with information to come forward, and it does not do harm to any individual's reputation, JAMP said, urging the Oversight Committee to argue that the main concern of parliamentarians' reputation can be addressed without hindering transparency, obstructing the right against corruption, and creating inequity in the treatment of legislators and those outside of the parliamentary system. At the same time, the group urged Parliament to regularize the practice of receiving details of the Commission's finding until its reports are actually tabled in the House. At the last week's meeting of the committee, Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs Marlene Malhufort acknowledged that a part of the concern with the Commission not wanting to wait until reports reach Parliament is that reports are not debated consistently. JAMP also pointed out that although Parliamentarians' Ethics Committee is supporting to monitor reports from the Commission in respect of non-compliance of members and receive and investigate any reports of civil or criminal proceedings being instituted against legislators, the restriction on disclosure has objected that committee from fulfilling this accountability function. We submit that all sections of the Act that have so disabled our Ethics Committee be modified to allow resumption of this duty, JAMP insisted. The civil society group asserted that just like other crimes, the public's input is important to stamping out corruption. The constable weighs in on the balance the decision to speak of the murder and solicit of public help for the information against the risk of making the issue public and putting a murderer to flight, JAMP said, adding that despite this risk, the police acknowledge that making announcements which may lead to public input is beneficial to solving cases. 46 new COVID-19 cases in Jamaica, no deaths reported. The Ministry of Health and Wellness reported 46 new COVID-19 cases on Monday, July 11, bringing the infection total to 144,138. The new cases comprised 28 females and 18 males, with ages ranging from 3 years to 91 years. The cases were recorded in St. James 12, Westmoreland and Kingston and St. Andrew 9 each, St. Anne and St. Mary 5 each, St. Catherine 4, Portland and Trelawney 1 each. No deaths were reported for the period. There were 109 recoveries in the last 24 hours, bringing the total to 91,858. Currently, 105 people are hospitalized, 18 of whom are moderately ill, 11 severely ill, and 1 critically ill. Jamaica's positivity rate for the latest round of testing is 19.7%. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.